Good morning, fam. It is a pleasure to see all my crypto brethren out there, and we're ready to change crypto today. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's something called an all-time high that we have hit. We're getting ready for the sacrifice phase, and we're pre-viral still. So I don't know what else to say. If you aren't excited, then if that doesn't light your fire, then your wood is wet. How about that? Let me go ahead and pull up everybody except Papa V, because I know he'll have a comment to that. So how are you gentlemen
Let's
doing
go.
today? Yeah.
Happy New Hex Day.
We have so much to cover today.
My wood is so wet.
Oh my God, that's enough and we're done. So, all right, guys, have you guys seen this bonding curve yet in this rough draft? So things could change, guys. I just want to state that right now. I haven't seen, I didn't get to watch the Aussies if they were talking about this yet, but I'm certain they were. But they were the first stream that I know of that's really going to start talking about this draft that was put in the super secret chat. And we'll see how this actually comes out. But I don't know if everyone has seen this yet. But this is, I better probably share so you guys know what I'm talking about.
It's a wonderful day for looking at the wonderful tweets.
Oh my God, I can't even keep up with
Twitter
everything going on right
crazy.
now. Yes. Well, why shouldn't we be? You know? So I don't know about the rest of you guys, but man, this looks great.
This is better than we had hoped for, I think.
I think so too. I think so too. You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on one second real quick. I'm gonna save these. There's some chats in here you guys don't need to see in my Telegram in the background there. So
Oops.
Now we're gonna have people rewinding and trying to see what chat rooms I'm in.
Oops.
It's all leverage trading, guys. It's all leverage trading. No big deal.
Well, they didn't until you said that.
There's
Okay,
nothing that I can't
we've been
share
on
there.
for 2 minutes, and there's 96 people here viewing.
98.
That's like an amazing all-time. Welcome, everyone.
Since I cut off the Aussies, I went ahead and invited them in. So
Yay.
day 43, my brother, it's good to see you.
Hey,
man. Long
what's
time
going
no
on,
see.
guys?
What up, day
What's up,
43 OG?
What's happening? What's happening, guys? Nice to be on the channel with you guys. Finally,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's been a
man.
long time in the making. I hope we didn't.
so-
I have to apologize that we went a bit too long.
No,
we were
man,
just so
it's no big
excited.
Yeah,
So
you're
excited.
fired.
Otherwise, be excited
You're
about it.
No
fired.
problem. It was good
No, you're
content. I was
fired.
watching
You're
it myself.
fired.
You guys are
He
great.
said. Markable just fired you.
Get out of here.
Oh man,
It was fun, day 43, but we'll see you later. No, just kidding.
Now in the brig.
No, it is good
not
to
the
see
first
you, man.
time I've
It's been
been
a long
fired,
time.
man.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why you're in Hex.
That's it. That's exactly right.
So, sack phase.
We are not fired. We bring that fire.
So you guys excited about this 11 cents
Nah, mate.
while we're live on
It's
stream?
amazing.
Sleep. Goodbye.
It's alright. No.
It's alright.
Dude, this was not supposed to happen this quick, but yes, it was. So happy.
Well, it seems like we've waited forever just for all of a sudden it to come too quick, right?
Yep.
Yep. It's hard to believe it's real. After
I am-
all,
10 cents is the new 1 cent, mate.
I just wish I had
Let's
a
hope
larger
so.
liquid bag right now. That's all I have to say.
Those
Or
dips
me
were
both.
gifts, right?
Yo, what's
They were-
up with Dex Vision giving a wick till all the way to
Yeah,
2.1
20
cents? 220.
Yeah, it's
20 cents.
really strange. I don't know where
Just
they.
so people know.
You know, I
don't know where
purposely
they
did
get the
not.
data from.
What is that?
They take it straight from the blockchain. So that comes directly from the Uniswap pairing.
What
It's not Uniswap V2 like V2.
It might be
V2,
V3. There just might be,
1105.
because there's not as much liquidity on V3 yet. So it could have totally come from V3. But I purposely have not looked at Staker app today. Purposely.
Aw.
Oh, look
You're
at it!
missing
look at it.
out,
Come on,
man.
Come on.
No, I did it on purpose. I wanted it to be genuine when I look at it.
Yeah, let's
want
see
it
your
to
real
be-
reaction. Keep
to
your
do it
head
on
up.
stream,
Keep your head
yeah.
up. Let's see the face. The reaction. The jaw drops.
Whoa. Whoa. Dude, I thought this
Oh.
would be years.
Congratulations,
before we were at this
everyone.
point. I
You
literally
know,
did.
This is a momentous day. You all deserve this victory
Yeah,
lap.
Jackson,
Hello,
guys.
JJ.
How are we all?
Here we go, guys.
It's good to see you, Jexa.
Now we can
Yeah, it's
finally
been a
have
while.
fun. Jack says here.
I'm having a hard time believing these numbers.
It's pretty crazy. That's a pretty massive pump. You look at the screen. It's just vertical.
Come on, 26% in crypto. That's
We're
normal,
number 3
right?
on Nomics, 100% number 3
Yeah, we
in
flipped
Nomics.
tether.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Are we still?
Yeah, well, not really,
just
because
below.
nah, we're still number 201, man.
Oh, that's true.
The
You're
real,
so right.
the real coin tracking side says 201.
The
So.
real coin tracking
Yeah.
site.
The real data.
I should have had
Wait.
all this pulled up beforehand, guys. I am sorry, but this is real reaction. This is wow. Well,
Thank
I'm
you,
still
Adam.
showing. I'm still
Adam,
showing
thank
that we're
you.
number
Very
4
generous.
after Tether.
we
We're
got
We
Adam
were
and-
number 3 for a
We
few
got
moments, but
I
380
screen capped it
million
and tweeted
still
it
left
out,
to go.
so it's still
Did you?
there. They're just printing some more to get ahead of us.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
We're pretty dang
Good
close.
times, man.
we watched it past 10 cents, and everyone was yelling and screaming, and all the way up to 11. That was just insane.
Oh,
Nice to watch.
goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, how quickly it went to 11, it's insane.
I was following you guys printing that on the notepad, and I'm like showing my wife. I'm like, look at this. She's like, what is that? Someone's printing it on a notepad? I'm like, no, this is real.
I just
our high tech bot.
I love that. Done.
I just went in to see my family, and they're all up on the bed, jumping up and down on the bed. So they're all pretty
because of the
excited.
expert.
They've got their own hex bags. Yeah, they're all. They got Quattro Cinco steaks. Sorry, getting a bit of feedback there.
Yeah. Who's got the feedback?
I don't hear it on my end. Does that mean it's me?
Not sure.
Jackson.
Exo Joe
Jackson's
says,
and
guys,
mine now.
Exo Joe just said, I held Tether for about half a year, but that shit never mooned the whole time.
Yeah. You're doing it wrong.
Oh boy. Hey, is it you? You're the only one that doesn't have headphones, or what's going on?
No, I have headphones. There's no.
Somebody's got. Hey, Kinetics, can we do a quick search for the culprit of the
All right.
echoes?
I was just muted. It's not me.
I muted
Probably
myself.
one of the Aussies.
Wasn't me.
Hello.
I told you you're fired.
No, who is that?
Probably Jackson.
Really?
I don't know. I just want to pick on you.
It's not me, Exo
It's
Joe.
not me, man.
I'll just mute myself. See what happens.
Hello.
I see. I haven't heard it the
No,
whole time.
I
No,
know.
now,
Welcome to the high quality stream of Hex.
I know. This is quality entertainment right here, guys.
It's not me.
Okay, so give me a second. Someone said it's me. But I don't
maybe
understand
it's because
how.
you're full screen mode. If you can go out of this, maybe it'll
But I don't
We
have
have
any
had that
audio
problem
coming
before.
through here. What if I stop sharing?
Hello.
Does it go away?
Hello. Yep,
Test,
it's
test,
fine.
test,
Yes.
test.
Yep.
Interesting.
no
What's
problem.
kinetics?
Because I don't even
Kick
have.
him.
Oh,
You're the one that
Kinetics.
didn't wash
Kick
your
that
hands
guy.
after you used the bathroom.
So, all right. Well, now the stream can begin.
Now it's oh damn it.
Oh, damn it.
That was short lived.
Yeah, you guys can't get rid of me that easy. So,
Oh,
all
So,
right.
so how do
we
you
got a lot
how do you
to
usually
go
run your morning show? You're pretty organized like we are, or you just a freak?
well,
Yeah, man, we are.
Usually we're a little more on point than this, but
yeah.
usually we're a little more on point than this. But hey, I just want to say Lux to Lux, Hex Live, Randy Hilarski, S.A. Fishio, Crypto King, Crypto Phil, Hex Live, Benny Bills, Mel Tony, Angelica F. That looks like a new one to me. Miss Hexquisite, Orion, Hex Live, Hex Mac, Crypto Phil, Pulse, Hornet UK1, my ultimate troll in the mornings.
Yeah, he's back.
Peter Lamb, T-shares. We hit all-time highs and people start showing up again. It's crazy. XO Joe,
156.
OMFE, Matty Crypto, John B, Hexander. Another great trolling that trolls me on not just one but multiple streaming platforms. So Mitchell Will, Wales only, good to see you, brother. Franklin St. Hex, Jesus, Yellowtail, Sandy B. I can't even get through all of you, but I am going to go ahead and put this up here. Randy Hilarski, thank you, sir, for the $5. Boom.
Got another one for $19.
Oh, we're not
Viva
done.
la
We're not done yet,
Hexico!
bro. We're not done yet. Blaze, it's good to see you. Let's see. Randy Hilarski showing it at almost 12 cents.
Where was that?
I don't know. So
I still read the 10 cents as if it's 1 cent. So every time I see a number afterward, like 11 cents, I think it's 1.1 cent. And then I have to think, oh, wait, that's not true.
So Adam Piendes, 1999, great work, fellas. Hey, thank you, sir. We appreciate the support from all of you guys. This is great, guys. This is so much fun. And our brother from down under, it's Blue Bum. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
it's
guys.
good to see you.
All right.
Give me Liberty, give me Hex Live. Thank you for the $4.99.
What's up, Blue Bum?
Some of us are, yes, and I'll leave it at that. Papa B, you don't need to comment on that.
Nope.
And
let's go X Live.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm not missing any more of these here. So you guys are phenomenal. It's 13 cents on Hit BTC.
Whoa. Jesus.
There's an arbitraging opportunity there for somebody. If you guys are
Probably
quick
for
enough.
10 seconds. Yeah.
If you love those centralized exchanges, jump on that one.
That's right.
Tangent,
That's right.
what's up?
Tangent. It's good to have
Have
you,
we
brother.
ever had this many people on the Wake Up Hack stream?
Yes, we have. But
Okay.
if we have one more, it might be a new all-time high for this stream.
It's the
as
Brady
well.
Bunch.
Can we
So-
even get
Power.
another person? Wills is coming as well, he said.
RG3 says, hell of a crew over here. Did someone send Wales the link? You know what? Screw it. It is a good day. It is a monumental day. It is the beginning of a new day. So anyone wants to come on? There you go. There's that.
Let's
It's in the
go.
It's a hangout. Let's go.
It's in
go.
the chat.
X-Hound.
X-Hound.
Yeah. Super chat.
Whoa.
Let's go, mate.
Thank you,
Chat's
sir, for
on
the
fire.
$20.
And Mr. Soy
thank
Owner.
you,
All this love and excitement, I can't handle it.
Mr.
Let's
Sojourner. The $5. Be proud. Thanks to you all, man.
Oh my god.
This is something
Let's
to be
go.
proud of. This is huge, guys.
Congrats,
A
everyone.
lot of people just made a lot of money today. A lot of money. Some people made more than their annual salary today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
keep that
I
in
know
mind,
I did.
guys.
And by the way,
Yeah.
this
And we got paid
pump-
trustless interest too.
Yeah, and substantial sales today, and we're still pumping like this.
Yes.
Suck that, cryptosphere doubters.
Hey, Wales framed it correctly, man. This is the only crypto out there. This is the only true DeFi,
Yeah.
trustless, hold your own keys crypto. All the rest is promise coins. That's a promise space. So we are outperforming the promise space by a large margin today, guys.
So who was there was a pretty reasonable influencer that came out today on Twitter and mentioned that he'd found his hex that he got from the free claim and sold that earlier on in about 12 hours ago. He's probably regretting that a little bit now.
Yep, absolutely. He sold it for
Like,
ETH,
honestly,
expecting
why
ETH to do a 5 to
would you
10x.
sell right now?
Never a
why-
good time to
why-
sell
why-
X.
The guy
Never a good time
apparently
to
isn't
sell.
watching these streams and isn't figuring
Makes
out what's
no
going to happen
sense.
next. He has no clue what's going to happen next.
What's up, Wales?
What's going on, guys? How's
What's up,
everybody
man?
doing today?
Dude, are you kidding me? We're fantastic.
Amazing,
I
man.
bet.
Wills, do you even sleep?
No.
Tangent
fuck
says, "Oi, day 43, we popping bottles in the private chat."
Oh, yeah.
How many minutes can we stream before Richard preempts us and lights those candles?
Man, I've been waiting for that. I feel like I feel like he's too focused to play with that right now.
We'll see. It's
Yeah.
it's
Putting
candle
up
day,
tweets
people.
and not lighting the candles.
I hope
How
so.
are you doing, man?
Tangent for real has his bottle right there. Look
I've
at
got
this.
this bottle ready.
He's
In
ready to
fact,
go.
I brought up this one. This is not getting
Let's
popped
go.
tonight, but when we get to something else, like maybe 33 cents or $1, this is a vintage
Nice.
bottle of Dom signed by some director, some famous movie director or something, and I will pop that shit if we get to let's do that 33 cents.
If we get to 33 cents,
Let's do
but
it.
you're going to be the
Tangent,
favorite.
I'm
Day 43
Right
just
there.
go to pop to go and grab a bottle.
Tangent. I'm flying down.
Let me
to
get my glass for
Australia
you.
Before
He's got the full hog.
Fill this up for us, right?
XO Joe, my brother. It is good to have
let's
you on
go.
here, man.
Even more people.
Go for
Man.
it. Go.
Right.
Get the
Put him
towel
full
on.
screen.
Stuff.
Get him full screen. This is,
Nice. You guys,
Who's gonna mop it up?
I gotta pull this up because this is
Yes.
Haters are gonna mop it up.
this is one of the truest statements of the day. You guys got to check this out on Twitter.
Joe.
Mr.
Hey,
Hold on
how's
one
it going?
second.
What's up, man?
Lord Hex, who is going to be extremely unproductive at work today with me? I think there's a lot of people that fall into that
Dude,
camp.
this is my work.
Yes,
Hex's work.
this
Hard
is
work.
the work. So
Hanging out with people is hard.
Yeah.
dude.
Hey,
you
I
guys-
just
didn't
want
realize
to make a toast to the health and prosperity of all Hexicans.
All right, guys.
Cheers,
Everyone,
mate.
everyone's worked hard for it.
Cheers. Cheers.
Right back at you, brother.
this. Got my water cup.
Cheers, cheers.
Straight vodka.
And
Straight.
pouring one out for the homies. For
I
anyone who
got the
emergency
moonshine
impacts.
ready, guys. I got the
I got
moonshine.
rubbing alcohol.
You guys realize at 44 cents, Nomics will have us as the number one crypto.
And how much?
44 cents.
40 cents.
Oh,
Only.
You know what's
hard
going
to
to be
do.
number
It's
two?
only a 4x away from
Dude.
Dude, that's nothing. Nothing.
It's doable. It's doable.
Yes.
Just think about
Very
it.
doable.
We are the only people in crypto that are actually talking about just a 4x or just a 10x.
Now we
How
need a
crazy
10x.
is that?
We need a 10x to flip Bitcoin.
We need a
How
10x
much
to
is it
flip
now?
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Give me a second because I didn't confirm that. So give me one
Well,
second.
even then,
9x,
it's
9x.
just a
That's,
10x.
that's easy math. It's definitely a 10x.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
we
is
flip
definitely a
ETH.
10x.
Okay.
10x.
At 4x, we flip ETH at 44 cents.
But we flip ETH. We'll be number 2.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
for
we're
sure.
flipping ETH at 40 cents because I think ETH
Yeah.
is 260.
Well, you probably meant, yeah,
Check.
All right.
man.
So I'm pulling this up
230.
because
Wow.
we got to get to the discussion. Everyone's
Yes.
waiting. This is coming. Did you guys discuss this on your guys' show earlier? I wasn't able to make it.
Yeah, we did. We didn't bring up this specific graph. We brought. I used Kyle's one as an example, which may or may not have been the best one, but it worked for my brain, so I thought others might gel with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did cover it a little bit.
Okay, cool. Sorry, whoever's trying to get in right now. Someone else is trying to get in. We only have room for 10 people
Wake
on
Up
this
Hex
stream
is
right
full.
now. Unfortunately, we are full.
It's an exclusive
and-
club, man.
Check this out.
I'm not going to stick around for too long because I've got to work in the morning. So I'll
Yeah,
stick around
same
for a
here.
bit. Whoever wants to come in, they can.
Hold on, I'm working right now. That sounds like an excuse.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Dude, I thought we were bros. I thought we were homies day 43, like OG bros. And then you decided to just bail on me on a day of all-time highs. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So,
You're making me feel bad, man.
well, good. Then it's working.
All right.
Wales, throw
guys,
some more
real
shade
quick.
at him. So,
Guys, real quick. I want to make an all-time high of people watching Wake Up Hex as well. So
There we
share the link because I want
Yeah,
to
let's
see
pull this
200
thing out.
people watching. I want to see the 200.
213 would be one
It's
over our
only
all-time
19
high.
people away.
Wow.
Yep. Share this link, guys. Throw it on Telegram,
18.
Discord, Twitter, wherever. So
17 people away.
yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
let's talk about
Do it.
the screen.
I like this. Made more money driving to work than I can make it work for the rest of my career. Let that sink in.
Gotta love it.
Yep. T-Bird, thank you, sir, for the 369. Flipping ETH next week. No joke. I think there's probably something to that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's because that's because you're old, RG3. Not enough working years left. So I don't know who all can see this. It is kind of showing up a little bit smaller than I wanted it to on the screen, but
That's what she
I can
said.
see it.
That's what he said.
and we've got room for one more person in the studio now. So all right. So
No, we can read it, man.
okay, good. So day 1, 2, and 3 rate for 10,000 points is $1. 4 through 17, it goes up by 5% per day for the remaining 14 days. So I did a little bit of math last night. Let me pull that up.
It looks like Richard Hart has just tweeted something, so he's back online.
Oh, Hex.com memes. That's what
The floor is lava. Come win with us.
He put a few tweets out.
He loves that one. He loves it.
Yep.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
he does.
Of course
his
he
live
does.
stream is going to kick off any minute, guys.
Yeah,
So
could be, man.
let's get to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon he finds a lighter for his candles.
Yeah. He's
That's
like
right.
rummaging in his Louis Vuitton drawer. Where's my Louis Vuitton lighter for my Louis Vuitton candles?
Lighter.
Probably in his Louis Vuitton backpack or
Yeah.
wrist bag. Right?
Wrist backpack.
So for 10,000 points for the sacrifice points, it's one. If let's work with $1,000 because that's easier here. I was trying to figure out last night with all these guys. Let's take that off the. Oh, someone else tried to take it off the screen at the same time I did. No worries. I think $1,000 is an easy way to look at this. Going back to XO Joe, I'm glad you're on here because you're the one that really got me thinking about what if whales pump this the last 15 minutes of the sacrifice phase. At what point would they out earn the extra cost of the points? And so $1,000 at $1 for 10,000 points is 10 million points for $1,000. $10,000, so a 10x at $1.98 per 10,000 points is 50,505,050 points. So yes, last day at 10x the price is a better buy, assuming we do a 10x during the sacrifice, but that still doesn't play into the fact that we still have the highest end is a 2.5x multiplier for the largest volume multiplier, and then it decreases to the next largest placeholder by the same factor as the difference between 2 and 3, 3 and 4, et cetera, et cetera. So I think I don't want to get too much into the weeds on this 2.5x multiplier because not a lot of people, even us OGs on the screen here, are probably going to be in that. I think that's only really relevant for the first 1,000 places. I think that much economic energy is going to go into this. That's just my speculation. Yeah. So I don't think we need to spend a whole lot of time on the volume multiplier, just on this bonding curve and the cost per.
Just good to know if you want to if you want to know what whales are going to do.
Yeah,
but that's all.
So I think if we do a 10x on price, then yes, waiting till the end is a good way to go. But if you're not going to hit that volume multiplier, and I still think people should get in the first 3 days. I really do at that price. I'd like to hear what everyone else had. Let's go ahead and kind of do a roundtable. Go ahead, Peter. I want to hear what you have to say on that, and then we'll go down the list there.
Maybe a little bit of DCA.
What will Slovakia do?
So Richard has come out himself and said that this DCA is not going to work well for you guys here. There's going to be a strategy that gets you the best return.
Yep. This is going to be discreet. And what I mean by discreet is
Jasper, real quick. Sorry. Thank you for the 1,000 or 100.
Wow.
10-cent hexagons. Much respect for all you guys. Thank you so much for the consistent content. Hexagon Army Unite. Thank you, brother. Man. We will put that to good use.
Thank you.
So go ahead, Wales. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No. No need to be sorry at all, man. I mean, that's crazy. Thank you for the super chat, brother. This one is going to be discreet, and what I mean by that is that you're just going to have a finite amount of time to make a decision. Because even if you read the language in the draft, you even have to consider using one wallet, because the bigger your bullet, the bigger your size in the pool, and that's going to affect what you actually receive outside of the USD value. So you realistically have to weigh how many wallets you're using. Now, if you're small, it's not going to matter much for you, because your economic mass isn't really going to have that much of an impact on the size of the pool, and just relative, because this is all relative. This is all proportional. So if you own 1 basis point, right, that's not the same as the person that owns 1%, right? You're not going to stand in the same arena whatsoever. So with that, right, you got to really take into consideration what is priority to you. Is a low price, because again, this is going to be 1 PLS is equivalent to 10,000. If I remember correctly, hold on.
Hey,
There
Wales,
was a bit of confusion over the 10,000 or 100,000 points, wasn't there? That went back and forth.
It's 10,000 points. Give me a second.
It's 10,000. He did ask if we wanted to bump it up to 100,000 because he had originally put out the first draft said 100,000 and it was an error. But then he had asked everybody in the Pulse chat, "You guys want to do 100,000?"
Right, because he's really going hard for the unit bias. That's the thing, because that's the luxury of a bonding curve. Like, I'm gonna have to do a stream on that because I don't think people understand how beneficial that really is to what we are gonna benefit from, right? Because it allowed the early participants to amass size that they wouldn't normally be able to amass in other ecosystems, right?
Wales, under the don't understand category, can I just interject? I think that there's a bit of confusion about whether or not it'll be counted for the destination address of the SAC or it'll be for the origination of the SAC. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I also listen to you guys in Australia on your stream, but could it be that it's in the aggregate of everything that's sacrificed with the address that you designate for the receipt of those potential tokens? Because if so, Wales, your comment about having the right addresses or the wallets could be misconstrued.
Well, I'm trying to find the tweet with the draft so I can give you the language, but the way I read it, it seems like I found it. Give me a second.
Because we got different blockchains, you can't have the same wallet for like ADA.
No. I mean, so here's the thing, right? Let me read it. Because I just got it. Where is it? So here's how it works, right? It's about the bonus multiplier. This is why I'm saying what I'm saying. If you're being lined up and you're being identified by wallet address, then
with your jersey or shirt,
correct. Then the quantity you submit via that address matters with respect to the multiplier. That's what I'm trying to say.
From that address or to that address?
No, from this address, because this is the sacrifice address that's being accounted for. This is what you submitted, right? If you did 3 coins, then it's by 3, right? You got to split each bullet by 3 because those are 3 different bullets.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think there might be some confusion on that because you're going to link your MetaMask wallet to the DApp to be able to do that, and in doing that, you'll tie a single Ethereum address. If you want a single Ethereum address to multiple chains that you can sacrifice from. So from the volume perspective, it would make sense to aggregate all of those chains across that one Ethereum address you've associated to it. Whether or not that's how it will play out.
So the question then is the volume bonus multiplier being accounted for by wallet address in dollar terms or
destination? Yeah.
Or by destination in dollar terms?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the question. And that's not really clear here either. Right?
Destination makes sense.
Destination makes sense. And that's why I'm saying it's either or, right? We really don't know, but it's either or. I'm thinking it's destination as well, because that's the way I'm picking it up by the way that it reads, because if it's going to be by bucket, then it has to be by destination, right? By the address, by the coin address. But if it's just going to be by USD value, then it might just be whatever you submit, regardless of what you submit. But I was thinking that either way, you got to pick one wallet and make sure you dump whatever you're going to dump from that one address, even if it is destination or not, because the size is going to affect the volume bonus multiplier. Does that make sense?
That's cumulative over time till the end of the SAC, and it's based on everything you dump in on all the tokens, the aggregate of everything as a dollar amount based on the eventual destination address of your potential airdrop or gifting of something, perhaps, maybe.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Well, it'll have to be, because if people are doing it from other chains, then they'll have to, like, those other chains won't.
Well, don't other chains have different wallet? Different wallet.
Bitcoin
addresses, right? Like they will. All addresses.
Yeah. But I think you're going to be. I think you're going to be inputting what Ethereum address you're going to credit that to at the time of the sacrifice from the other chains. So I think you'll have to probably manually input that in this system, in this whatever system we're using to do that.
Sure. Okay.
So from what we've seen, there was a few screenshots that came around, and it looked like there was a connect button where you could connect your MetaMask to that DApp, and then the drop-down list where you could select whatever chain you were coming from.
You're going to be sacrificing. That's right. I do remember that. By the way, 241 viewers, highest wake up Hex has ever had for viewers in one show. So thank you guys. This is credit to you guys as a community.
Well done.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys and your support. Thank you so much.
This is awesome. By the way, today in the Pulse chat, we also had an all-time high of like 356.
Wow.
Yeah, and Papa B, you were doing an amazing job in the Pulse
Papa B.
today.
Thank you.
Well done.
Everyone was really respectful.
So
we didn't have any trolls. It was really a labor of love. It was so much fun, being there today, and tomorrow too. It's going to start tomorrow again.
Where were you at,
guys? Just as a side note, I don't know if you guys have
Pulse voice chat.
Oh,
Telegram.
Gotcha. Yeah,
he's been
spamming
being
that
the
place
customer
up. So
service.
I'm glad that you were in there, not spamming it up
cool,
this time.
He was doing amazing. It was incredible
and that's just
to watch.
so amazing, man. Everyone has their own role in this community, and it's a well-oiled machine, man. It's insane.
Yes, it is.
I was just going to say
subscribe. Almost 3,000. Sorry, guys.
All the OGs have stood up, and across Pulse and Twitter and everything, everyone's chipping in and helping out. Yeah, it is awesome to see. So yeah, congrats to everyone that's putting in the time.
I don't know if anyone else has seen this as well, but go check your Twitter followers, man. I gained 100 in the last week.
I love
me too. All my socials are blowing up.
It's a sign, man.
Yeah, I've been talking about that since Sunday or since Saturday. Since I started, I've been streaming pretty much nonstop since Saturday, and I've been talking about that as well. All my YouTube subs are blowing up. My Twitter following is blowing up. It's just insane. Everybody's numbers are blowing up apparently. So it's not.
We're not doing anything.
We're not. I'm
just doing exactly the same thing.
Yep, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is fun. This is so much fun, guys.
Same stuff, but it works.
Oldie but a goodie here. I'm not going to play the music because I'm getting feedback, but oldie but a goodie here.
This is my favorite video.
This is my favorite one too, actually. This is just crazy.
This is the best one. Who made this? Was it?
I don't know, man.
I think this was one of Ministry's, I think.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy?
I don't know.
I think he was recruited by another coin.
Oh no.
No.
And making videos like that, I understand it.
What?
Dude, I know. Well, I think they were paying him for his talent, where he was just providing these to us for free. And I asked multiple times for people to give to his address, and I provided addresses for him. But hopefully, we would gladly welcome you back, brother. If you
for sure
ever want to come back, man, we'd gladly have you back. We understand you needed to get paid before the takeoff of Hex. Hopefully you didn't sell your Hex. You still have it. You're still a Hexican. So,
I lost my Hex, man.
Yeah.
So guys, on the tactics for the sacrifice. So Hornet UK asked me how I would navigate this Hex madness, and I told him sacrifice and chill. That's basically it. So I'm going to sack and chill. Just
careful with
take
what
it
kind
easy,
of sack you're gonna chill with. Okay? We don't need to see that on
depending
camera.
on who I'm with. I'll
That's when he sits on a frozen lake. Remember, he does.
This is not a platform.
That'll chill his
platform
sack
for your
your
OnlyFans account.
Pulse until your sack has been chilled, and then chill.
Guys,
apparently that's very healthy for the sack. Apparently.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, back to business here.
That's why they chill.
I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick. So sacrifices to sins.org get 75% of the points they'd otherwise get and might be tax deductible for you. Once the sacrifice phase is over, the total sacrifice points for each sacrificer's addresses points are totaled up across all the supported chains in the sins.org report. This creates a list of sacrificers ranked by total points from largest to smallest. Volume bonus multiplier. Imagine that each sacrifice point grows legs, puts on a shirt with its sacrificer's address on it, and lines up in a big line out in front of an auditorium. The largest sacrificer's points line up first, then the second largest. They file in and up the rows from the front to the back. Now an attendant comes in and starts handing out bonus cards. He goes down the rows in the same order they entered and hands everyone a card. When he's done, they see that the first card handed out is a 2.5x multiplier. Every card he handed out after was worth ever so slightly less till he got to the very back, where the last card was just barely more than 1x. The difference between each card and the next is always the same. Now all the points stand up and head to the changing room in the same order they enter the auditorium. The first point enters and comes out 2.5 points, all wearing the same sacrificer address on their shirt. Here's the troll that Richard is. What does a half a point look like, you say? Fun-sized is the answer. This continues until every sacrificer's points have all gotten the bonus they deserve. In math speak, it's a linear bonding curve from 1x to 2.5x. That's not all, guys. We got more. Come on. If it'll pop up here for me.
This is like finding the Rosetta Stone.
Right? An automatic market maker ratio fixer contract will mint enough supply to correct the PLS ratios as the first act on the mainnet, as PLS will have a much higher supply than ETH, probably around 2.5% of the supply. Disclaimer, you are sacrificing to make the political statement that you believe blockchains are speech and speech is a protected human right. You must have no expectation of profit from the work of others. The set of people who have sacrificed to show their commitment to this political statement makes a great set of people to airdrop free things to. The only thing we know of set to be airdropped for free to this political group so far is Pulse Chain PLS. If we hear about other cool things, we'll let you know. The sacrifice points are not meant to have any monetary value. Remember that if you see words like price and credit here, you are not buying anything. The world is just noticing you are amongst a group of people that sacrifice to make a political statement. Some countries tax their citizens when they receive things of value. Pulse Chain and all the coins on it are designed to start with no value, which is ideal. Consult your own legal and financial professional, as nothing written here should be considered professional advice. And I got out of order, guys. I apologize for that. I thought I had these in the right order, but it must have saved one faster than the other. I don't want to show you everything on my computer, though. So, I already read that one. How did that come from?
Yeah, that's what happened to me. When I tweeted it, I was like, I think I was one of the first people that tweeted whatever, like that, the whole snippet or whatever, all the snippets, and it didn't load up in order either. I was pretty annoyed by that because everybody's reading it out of order.
Yeah, it was really weird. I know I downloaded them in the right order. So
yeah, exactly.
The top guy's coins took up the most space and in the best location. The next guy's points took up the second most space and in the second best location, and so forth. If someone adds to their sacrifice, overtaking you before the end, your sacrifice points get pushed farther down the bonus rankings. This is how days 1 through 14 work. Days 15, 16, and 17 have the worst rates and get a flat bonus of only 1.25x. Everyone's sacrifice is publicly viewable during the period by checking the public balances of the sacrifice addresses list on each chain. This way, we might know when you want to work in progress sacrifice to more to move up in the rankings. The PLS supply increases with the amount sacrificed. The sacrifice set can mint 1 free PLS per sacrifice point. Ethereum holders only get 1 free PLS per ETH, and its value is deducted from their address after 30 days. A Genesis address that gets 1% of the total PLS supply at launch. It will not benefit you. You may waste the coins in any way it wishes. If the total supply isn't 10,000x higher than ETH, then everyone will get upscale, a bonus coins pro rata, to bring the total supply to 10,000x ETH's total supply. The USD value of sacrifices are estimated using 30-minute time-weighted average prices where convenient. So there is a lot of material to go through there right there, guys.
So we're ending the stream right now. Outro.
And that was fun.
Does that mean it can also go down as well, though? You know how it said it will get inflate. It can be
probably so as it gets. It probably so as more economic value gets added in there. If we go to higher levels than was anticipated, yes, I think we're all gonna get diluted to some degree. I think so.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just simple math. Interesting to note that instead of a 4.2% ratchet, we'll be having a 5% ratchet.
Yep. Very good to know. And the sacrifice phase is shortened, so that makes sense that would happen.
Right.
Not enough. Go higher. Seriously.
8%.
it doesn't at least do 10%, I think Hex is going to outpace it. You don't think Hex can go up 10% a day for 14 days?
I do think it can.
Yeah.
Future us win. It's New Zealand $5 or so number go up. Yes, that is the important takeaway here, guys. Number go up.
So you could have a staggering amount of tokens given to you. I mean, staggering amounts of zeros. It's not just going to be, oh, I got 10 pulse for all this sacrifice. You could have like oodles.
What is it? 1 PLS equals 10,000.
I have a good question.
KNTX, is that what it is?
What's that? Say that again.
1 PLS equals 10,000 points or something
yes.
like that?
So, no. So not necessarily. I don't know what that ratio is. I was reading that yesterday too. And I want to clarify before I state that is fact. But so 10,000 sacrifice points is per $1. But that doesn't necessarily mean that 1 point will be worth 1 pulse.
Right. That's correct. Okay. It's like, remember we were talking about X before? So X equals
is the sacrifice points.
Yep, equals $1 to 2,000.
Now, if it ends up, if the economic mass that goes into this that distributes that many sacrifice points exactly equals the 10,000 X ratio, then yes, it would be approximately 1 sacrifice point per pulse.
It says the sacrifice can mint 1 free PLS per sacrifice point.
Can, yes. Absolutely.
But right before that, it says the PLS supply increases with the amount sacrificed. Right?
Yep.
Yes.
So that's like the catch 22.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this can all, I mean, these numbers are very dynamic depending on how much is sacrificed, guys. This is going to change.
I think,
I think there's also, sorry,
the point to remember is that it's relative to everybody else in a sacrifice set.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth working out how much pulse you're going to get for how much dollar value.
Yeah, you're not going to know, right?
Work out relative to everybody else.
Yeah. So you're not going to really know until the end of the whole scenario.
And keep in mind, as a disclaimer, guys, pulse is airdropped to you guys with absolutely no value. What the market decides after the fact is completely up to a market. No expectations. Yep.
And the market might decide that maybe you didn't get as many pulse, but they're worth more. Or if you got more pulse, they're worth less. It'll figure it out. And there's also things like there's a percentage of pulse that needs to go into fix up the liquidity pools and things like that. So that's probably a little bit fluid as well, and you're not going to know that until that action actually takes place.
Yep.
But that should only be around 5%.
Yeah, that's what they're saying at the moment.
Yeah.
One final thing to note, at the end, it says, if the total supply isn't 10,000 X higher than ETH, then everyone will get upscaled to bring the total supply to 10,000 X ETH total supply.
So you'll get a bonus drop, so to speak. Yes.
Yeah. So you're getting a bonus if the dollar volume doesn't push the minting to the 10,000 X of ETH supply. And let's see what is ETH supply.
It's 150 million. So it'll be 1.5 trillion at 10,000 X.
Oh, I thought it meant. Okay. Oh, okay. I thought it meant circulating supply. Okay. Well, it doesn't say circulating supply, but in my mind, that's what it meant.
That's the numbers I got directly off of Etherscan. It's just over 150 million for ETH.
This clears up a lot of stuff if this is all true. Yeah, this makes sense.
If this is what it comes out as, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
So here's another point too, guys. Here's another point to well, I won't get into that yet, but this is gonna be big. I'm gonna hold off on saying this until more information comes out. I don't want to give bad information. I do not want to be that guy that gives bad information.
It's okay. I was giving bad information all day long, man. You can do it.
It's my turn.
Yeah.
Anything Papa B says is bad information.
It's always bad information.
Yeah, I always worry about anything.
That's why he wasn't post chat. He was just always trolling.
Is it just because it's not public yet, or KNTX?
No. It has nothing to do with whether it's public or not. It's just my own thoughts, and I just want to make sure that I don't sound like too much of a dumbass before I say it. So, I mean, I'm not.
How much more of a dumbass can you possibly sound?
I'm not opposed to being one because I am regularly.
That's pretty hard.
And
yeah,
I think we're all learning on the fly here.
All your flaws. What's that?
We're all learning on the fly.
Were you on the Pulse chat today?
We're number 3, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Weren't you there?
Wait, so I was the guy who jumped in and shilled Jex's website.
I know. No, you're not the only one, by the way.
Oh, okay. So people were okay.
No. I was saying that I was confirming that was a good shill, and that Jexa knows his shit, and that everyone should listen to Jexa.
Yeah.
Thanks. Confidence.
Dope.
It seems to me
you did really well, man. You did amazing taking all those questions.
Thank you. Well, you were on there too, helping out, and everyone was respectful. So that it was a team effort.
That's one thing I've been really impressed about our community on, is that it's not everyone talking over each other trying to get their moment of limelight. It's hey, let's work together and let's figure this out together. Like, we're all in this together for multiple years, and every time I say 15 years, someone has just set up a new 15-year stake, so it's an additional 15-year stake from there.
That's a good point, Kinetics. Can we get back to Blue Bum? He was cut off just now. Blue Bum.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Blue Bum. Go ahead, brother.
Yep, thank you very much. Have to moderate.
The more I think about this sacrifice stage, there's 2 factors. There's the time factor, getting in faster, and then there's the volume factor. Now, most people who are minnows, they're not going to make too much on the volume factor, but where they can leverage their power is the time factor. And so trying to time it when the USD price of Hex is high, obviously, but then obviously like putting it in those first three days. But the volume factor seems to be more for the whales to play around with. Because if there is a whale who sees there's this much in and they want to bump themselves over that other person, and they might throw in a bit extra, or try to pump the price of Hex and then throw in a bit extra. But those first 3 days, I think they're going to be just absolutely nuts, because if there are people, like if there are whales sitting on the sides with some other coins that they want to turn into Hex to pump the Hex price before they sacrifice, they're going to be really incentivized to do it in those first 3 days. And so for us minnows, like either dollar cost averaging over those first 3 days, or just trying to time it, just keeping our eye on the price in those first 3 days, and maybe breaking up your stack into 4 parts, or how much you want to sacrifice into those first 3 days is probably going to be the play. And then maybe just keeping a little bit extra for the rest of that sacrifice period if there's another whale who wants to pump the price in the middle or towards the end of that.
Well, just something just occurred to me then, and maybe this is good, having that fluctuating supply of the pulse that's going to be determined by the dollar value. Does that mean that whales can come in and push the price hard in the first 3 days? And yes, everyone will go in with more economic energy, but if the token distribution's sort of going to get leveled out based on the total volume, does it mean that it doesn't hurt them to come in and pump it and get everyone else to go along on the ride, or have I got that wrong? Does it make sense what I'm trying to say? So they can
go ahead.
Well, you could get whales who are playing the opposite way, and so every time it does pump in that first 3 days, maybe they sell their Hex and then sort of keep that as a nice little stack. And then if they have something else later on in the sack phase, that's when they try to pump the price so that they can sacrifice what they sold before.
But wouldn't you be better off pumping in the first 3 days? So go in and get that time magnification on top of that as well. Yes, it'll drag everyone else along with you, but if you're not trying to harm other people, you're just trying to maximize. Don't know.
I think if I was a whale, that I'd be still looking to pump the price and sacrifice it in those first 3 days. I think that any whale who does that waiting game is going to be sweating bullets, like that their tactic works. And that
5%, and that 5% per day is not actually 5% per day. It's compounded.
It's compounded 5%.
So by the end, it's more than 5%. I mean,
well, it doubles. It doubles in less than 20 days. You know.
Yeah. So the price is going to need to appreciate a hell of a lot to outpace that.
I mean,
you know,
Exo Joe has brought this up in the past. If it's a 30-minute time-weighted average, 15 minutes before the end of day 17, someone could go in and do a $27 million market buy on Hex and get an excess of the $27 million of especially if they had a bag of Hex sitting on the sideline, then they could sacrifice $1 Hex and just blow everybody out of the volume curve.
Yeah, that'd be a baller move, hey. That'd
Also,
be all fuck. Because you could also have people.
I'm going to do that.
Doing it, people could just
I will be
selling it. Selling
it.
Yeah, sell 10% of your dry powder into that, and then buy pulse back again after the pullback after that.
So
therefore, sticking it in the eye of that whale.
Joe, what's up?
You got the counterplay.
You guys have got to remember, there's multiple whales. So even if you could get in the head of one whale, or if you are a whale, someone might be doing a strategy that actually conflicts against what you're doing. So the game theory and the complexity of this just goes so broad. I don't even know if there's any point trying to.
So, Joe, I really want to hear what you had to say about the whales playing that price with a market buy at the end. Sorry, guys, to cut you off, but I really want to hear what you have to say on that.
Yeah, I think I don't fully understand the new directions that we were given today, the new rules. So I have to read those myself, digest them to really understand if I still believe this. But I believe there's 2 points that if I was a whale, I would come in. I would come in the beginning, in the first 15 minutes, because that's when everyone's going to FOMO in. But I'm coming in to dump the price, right? So I'm going to make everything worthless that you just dumped in. Right. So everybody should not be, not financial advice, but none of my family and friends are going to be taking half their stack and putting it in immediately, just in case. Right. So I want to drive the price down all the way possible and ruin that first window for everyone that just FOMO'd in. It's not really ruining it. Everybody's going to make out in the end, but I'm going to dilute everybody, drive the price down. Everyone just FOMO'd. Now everyone's got a DCA in or do whatever they do. But then the other moment is what KNTX said. It's the last 15 to 7 minutes of the TWAP window closing. There's no 30 minutes. You do it staggered. So let's say I make 10 market buys, equal amounts for whatever is left every minute, every 30 seconds. And then I'm pumping that into the sacrifice chamber every minute, 30 seconds. Because of gas, you want to make sure you get it all in. So I believe they're going to drive it all the way down to start. And I believe they're going to drive it all the way up to finish. And I don't believe we're going to end up with that price of Hex. It'll be driven down afterwards. As soon as everybody realizes what happened, people are going to want to make some money on the Hex that they have. So set some limit orders perhaps, or at least have your finger on the trigger ready for everything.
So in your theory there, you're saying
I have a question.
Lay it on me, Peter.
Or yeah, does anybody know how do those time weighted averages work? Because to be honest, I'm not sure. I'm familiar with moving averages, but not like this.
It must be the volume at the moment, right?
So if you get into the sacrifice phase,
say you give
a
dollar worth of Hex.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just give a real. I mean, this may not be 100% accurate, but this is real 30,000 foot overview. So you put $1 worth of Hex in there. Well, it was worth 98 cents the last 15 minutes prior to donating it or sacrificing it, and it's worth $1.02 15 minutes afterwards. $1.02. Your time weighted average price would be that $1. So if the price drops drastically, the time that you sacrificed it and the time and that between that 30-minute window before and after, so it'd be 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after, is going to change that average of, is that dollar now worth $1.02 or is it 98 cents? Well, it depends on how the market moves against your coin value on both sides of the sacrifice time.
The sacrifice time, it probably will be 17 days, right? Or
Motley got me. Dang it. He knows my plan now. He wasn't supposed to let everybody else know, but
Also, T-Don was right. The first 15 minutes, since it's all 3 days, is impossible, what I was just saying. So only the last part could be true. Thank you.
And that you were saying that had to happen on day 14, you were thinking?
I would think in the last 7 to 15 minutes of the final period of sacrifice.
That's the volume curve, though. He's right on the volume curve, but the time-weighted average price can still drop within that first 3 days. Or go up. So the actual time-weighted average price of the coin that you're
selling, that's right.
Can still go up or down.
Yeah, so that you could destroy. It's hard for me to.
You
think
could
about
destroy
the
price
time.
within a 30-minute swap.
Yeah.
In the first 3 days, if you were a whale and you really wanted to play that route.
And if everybody,
I hope we don't have any malevolent whales like that out there, but it could happen.
Yeah. Is there a way to view what's happening? Does anybody know?
Etherscan. Actually, well, there's going to be that leaderboard. So they're publishing a leaderboard as to where you are in that volume scale.
Where is that?
Is that confirmed?
Where is that leaderboard?
Yes, that was. Let me pull that back up again here, guys.
No, he said we have to build the leaderboard if we want to do that.
Yeah, community has to do that, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember him talking about that he didn't want to. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this up.
Real quick, guys.
I think there's a way that you can check that, though.
I don't think there's a way to track like the leaders or anything like that yet. I haven't seen anything like that. Yeah. I don't think he's published anything.
So everyone's sacrifice is publicly viewable during the period by checking the public balances of the sacrifice addresses list on each chain. This way you might know when you want to work in progress. Sacrifice some more to move up in the rankings. So there's going to be some way to track that, so you know to some degree. That's what it says right here.
Yeah, you will see.
Well, there will
if
be
it's on each chain, though, then that it won't be to the destination addresses
from.
Well, he wants to game this so that you can see that you just got overtaken by somebody, and it entices you to give a little bit more to overtake that person again.
Yeah,
because it says right here, everyone's sacrifice is publicly viewable during the period by checking the public balances of the sacrifice addresses list on each chain. This way you might know when you want to work in progress, sacrifice some more to move up in the ranking. So, but I don't know how that's going to be viewable yet. And I don't think it'll be a leaderboard. I think you guys are right. He said he didn't want to take the time to build that front end for that.
So let me just...
We will see
a TWAP. Right, like a time-weighted average price, that can be significantly different than the actual trading price.
Yes,
right.
It can be.
It's important that people understand that it's not going to be equivalent. It's going to be like a moving average. It's just based on time and the price instead of the volume and the price. Does that make sense? So if price was trading at 5 cents for 30 minutes. That's what the the TWAP is going to be, right? And then if it moves up, then the price slowly is going to move up along with it based on how long it trades for that high. Does that make sense? So the rise over run is based on time and price, and it's
okay. So we won't be affected by wicks to the upside or the downside that much, right?
You got to understand
should be more stable.
Different. The trading price. Okay, so let's hold on. Give me a second. Where the hell?
You want to be looking at the 15-minute chart because the 15-minute, like, so you want to get in after.
But we don't know what we're gonna have. That's the problem, right? We don't actually know if we're gonna have a chart or anything. We don't know how we're gonna be able to determine what the price is. We don't know that yet. So the only thing we do know is that we're gonna have where the hell did it go? Here we go. The US dollar value of sacrifices are estimated. So this sounds like it's a sum, number one, based on each address, right? Or based on the total addresses. So they're estimated using a 30-minute TWAP, right? So if you want to see or you want to take into account where price has been trading for the past X amount of time, you can break it down into 5-minute bars or candles, or whatever, right? Something to give you an idea, assuming there is something that allow you to view that. But if not, then you're just going to have dollar numbers to work with.
Yeah.
And the price is going to be tied to that, apparently. And that's going to be significantly different than the TWAP. Because the TWAP is an average. It's not going to be the price itself. That's just going to be what they're going to try.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That TWAP is gonna determine your USD value, not the
Thanks
trading
for the 50
price
Canadian, Yoden.
Oh,
yeah,
11 cents, by the way.
Real quick, I'll get to that in a second,
11
but I think T-Don definitely has a great point here. During the last minute or
11
so,
cents.
for the 15-minute period, will mimic behavior like the old AA days. I'll bet we'll see something like that before each day ends. 15 minutes before the end to get that time-weighted average price. Someone's gonna be messing with those with their.
Have
amounts.
I just missed something? The day end will be irrelevant.
Yeah. I think so as
well,
The day doesn't matter because
No,
it's
it goes up
30 minutes.
5% every day, so it does
It
matter.
does because it's 5%.
I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, wait.
absolutely will.
The caveat for that is after the first 3 days. So it's 5%
Yes.
for the final
Yes.
14
Yeah.
days.
Agreed. Good point, Wales. Thanks for man. Thanks, Yoden, for the 50 Canadian dollars, brother. Yeah, 11 cents, guys. It's time for some candles. Where are these candles at?
10 cents.
Come on, Richard
10
Hart.
cents.
I know
and
you're
that to
watching.
grow on.
I know you're one of two. We got up to 280 viewers at one point, and I know you were one of them, Richard.
What's up, Richard?
Where are the candles at?
Welcome to
Richard.
Wake Up Hex. Good morning.
I know the OA is one of them.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're going to be fully glued to that 15-minute chart, especially in the first 3 days, hey?
Yeah, you guys ever stay up for 17 days straight before?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I can't say that I have.
Like,
You
that's right.
will.
17-day stream. Let's go.
I'm
24
gonna,
hours.
I'm gonna have to go see. I'm gonna have to
17
go
days.
see the. I'm gonna have to go see the street pharmacist to make this possible.
Street pharmacist.
Street pharmacist.
Yeah, coffee won't cut it, man.
I think that's the thing. You're not going to be able to sit there and watch it day in, day out. So, yeah, keep in terms of.
I mean, I'm just staying to my
You
tactic or
guys
strategy.
make a
or whatever.
plan. Make a
Just
plan
chill.
and stick to that plan. And if you don't stick to that plan, you're gonna kick yourself later. If you can figure
that
out
is for
listening to enough people talk and you can figure out a good plan, just be satisfied with what you get and that you maximize it to the best of your ability at that point in time with no looking back.
Yeah,
I know some
no one's
people
going to get
are
it.
with
No one
me
is
on
going
this
to
as
get
well.
it perfect. No one is
Yep,
going to get
no
it
one.
perfect.
No.
All right. I
No
mean,
one
you
except for
can't.
Richard Hart and how he plays it. But other than him,
I mean, I'm going to get it right as well, but I'm not going to share it.
there you go. Hey guys, breaking news, guys. 201 on CoinMarket.
Whoa, yes.
Hey.
All right.
We done it.
Yes. We made it.
Nice. Finally, man.
Man,
I've been
that's so much
talking
more
about this.
Open the
impressive.
champers again.
That's so much more impressive
Man.
than the number 3 on Nomics.
Yeah, who needs
The higher
number
we
3?
go, the more ridiculous they look, hey?
Yeah.
They just
I
look
know.
like idiots now.
Yeah, it's just funny, man.
Gotta love it.
I mean, even with the market cap cut down dramatically, it's still pushing up strong. So at some point, it's got to get onto page 1.
Oh, dude, they have no choice. Dude, you can only gatekeep the number 1 crypto for so long. I mean, honestly.
The only crypto, dude.
Yeah, the only crypto, it says.
So why don't
And
we
it's
go through
fact.
everyone and
Right,
just,
Wales? Fact.
like, what percentage are you guys putting? Are you guys thinking of putting in? Let's say we'll divide it between the 3-day period and then the rest. Like what, 50-50 or 80-20 or?
I
What do
talked
you guys
about that
reckon?
last night. I was streaming with Dollar Cost, and we were talking about that. And what we surmised was probably the fairest strategy because we don't know what Hex is going to do. And we know Hex can do 5Xs, 10Xs, no problem. So the question becomes, is this sacrifice phase really going to pump the price super hard? And I think we got an inkling to what that answer could be yesterday just with the announcement. Because, again, the sacrifice hasn't actually started yet.
Yeah.
Very important to note.
Yeah, true.
So keeping into account the mechanics of how markets work and how price actually moves. Like the liquidity right now on V2 is wow. It was 13.7 million last night. It's 12.1 million this morning.
Jeez.
12.1 million. Okay. So what's gonna happen when the sacrifice starts and then you just have chunks of hex disappear? We don't know. So are you willing to dump your sacrifice pot early, considering that this thing could potentially go to 50, 60 cents? Like, you have to really sit there, do the math. And unless you're willing to take that, monetary hit, the net to my mind was, okay, well, you can do right. Like, you really don't even have to do day one now that we've been talking about it all morning. But I was originally saying 25 day one, 25 day three, and then see what happens with the remaining 50%. But that doesn't even make sense anymore because we know Hex is going to pump to a degree. So maybe it's just 25% day three and then leave the rest for the rest of the period of time. Like, we don't know because, man, Hex moves. And I think it's going to shock us when we start losing chunks of supply. Like, I don't know. I'm not willing to not wait and see, basically, is where I'm at.
Well, it's not going to be burned, right? So it's not necessarily, you don't lose supply. It just gets to a place where it won't be sold. But it wouldn't be sold.
He's assuming
but most people that would sacrifice. Yeah, but the people that would sacrifice are probably not the people that would sell anyways.
But yeah, that's the whole point, Markable. That's the whole point. The whole point is that this supply is about to be removed from the market, like, period. And we don't know when it's coming. Like, it's probably gonna go to a farming operation to provide liquidity on the pulse chain side or something like that. Like, I don't think we're gonna. Yeah, like, I don't think we're gonna see it again. And that's my point. So
no, Wales. That's a fair comment. He's saying those people were believers anyway, so that hex wasn't going to get dumped.
Oh,
so
yeah, no, for sure.
One diamond hands to another.
Yeah, so
there's
but that doesn't.
You're saying the same thing. I'm sorry.
But that doesn't make it a multiplier for price, man, because it already wasn't going to be sold. So
no. It makes it very much a multiplier.
Why?
No, it makes it very much a multiplier for price because there's never going to be sell pressure against it.
Yeah, but that's
we're talking a short period, though. We're talking
a long-term period. I'm talking about just the sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice multiplier because it wouldn't get sold in this small period anyways.
Yeah, it's a net zero.
It's not fair. It's not fair to say that it will multiply price because it goes to a place where it won't be sold because it wouldn't be sold anyways.
Yeah. So no, that's not right. We're all buying liquid hex.
Yeah, if you're buying new hex and there's no sell pressure against your buy pressure,
check it out, Markable. Check it out, Markable. Because I understand what you're saying, but you're not understanding the mechanics.
Yeah.
The supply is going to it's already off. Like, it's not being sold right now, right? Like, it's not anywhere on the market. It's actually in people's wallets, right? But we're having the added action of people coming in and buying to sacrifice as well.
A lot.
And that's going to happen a lot. And that's going to remove added supply that we don't like. Here's the thing.
We otherwise wouldn't have had.
We otherwise wouldn't have had. And here's the thing. We already know there's supply that's never coming back onto market. We know that. So the thing about it is that now we know for sure that this supply is not coming back to market. Like, we know for sure now because now it's going into the OA's hands or whoever, right?
Or,
so now it's
a hex.
I agree with that.
Hex scale,
right? But it's about the process.
Yeah, for sure.
It's about the process, right? So we understand what price is going to do because this is how I'm able to make these calls. Is by understanding the mechanics, and the mechanics are what dictate the flow. Right? The flow of the money is what dictates the movement of the price, right? So if we're going to have chunks of supply being removed permanently at X point in time, there's going to be an effect and a lagged effect on price. So we don't know exactly how high and how fast Hex is going to move. And that's kind of my point. We know that we have good actors. Yes, you're correct. But what we don't know is when that supply gets permanently removed and people are coming in to buy Hex to sacrifice on top of that. We don't know what the compounding effect is going to be there.
Yes.
Because now
I agree with that.
Yeah, because now we're gonna. What I want you to grasp is we don't know now how high that could catapult price, because that's a different element that we haven't experienced before. This is gonna be like people staking and end staking on steroids all at once.
Yes, agreed. Shout out to Young Guns, one of my favorite movies of all time. You guys see the size of that chicken? Sorry. I gotta break this up. We gotta keep moving on. I want to go back up to it. Is it possible? Thank you, Franklin, for throwing this out there. Is it possible the sacrifice coins get dumped by the master address holder, dumping the alts further? Could you imagine market dumping everything that gets sacrificed that isn't Hex, and then buying Hex with it?
I forgot to add.
Absolutely, yes. Yes.
That can happen during the last moments, right? No, never mind. I was thinking it could happen during the sacrifice phase.
No.
I think there's a much better use for all those. There's a much better use for all those alts, and there might be some that are crap. But if you want to do bridges and things like that in the future, and you need liquidity for
good
it.
point.
Yeah.
Point.
He's not a
too
big
bad, because I love the idea of dumping everything and buying more Hex with it.
It's gonna be either or. It's gonna be either or, right?
Can you imagine every crypto just getting dumped and Hex?
That would be hilarious, man.
30% dump.
That would hurt
every crypto.
It would hurt a lot of people, though. That would be bad.
Hey, man.
We're trying to get them on the boat, Markable.
They don't want to listen, bro.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
They shouldn't have talked crap for the last 2 years.
And that as well. They should have done some homework instead of talking shit. That's what they said.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the secret to getting Pulse to number 3 immediately when it's launched. What Franklin just said, you'll have ETH Hex number 1, Pulse Hex number 2, and Richard will make Pulse number 3 by doing exactly what you just said. Right, you dump the top 10 and you pump the new one. Right?
I mean,
I don't think it would get up there way too
each
quick.
day, right?
Yeah.
What's that, Peter?
The coins can move after each day. You just keep the record of the
moment they receive those, they can be moved and dumped. The moment they're received by the other public address, it can be moved and dumped.
Yeah, basically. That's
okay, so it can be done during the sacrifice phase.
Oh, absolutely, it can.
Then that's exactly what the OA is going to do. Anyone that thinks it's not a possibility is out of their mind. If you're the OA and you have all the options in the world,
it may keep a percentage of the stack for liquidity bridges, but I don't see why you don't. You make sure you hit that 10,000x so you can shove it in the face of haters, and you say, "Look, we did it on the ETH chain," because he's going to. Come on, guys, let's be honest. His ego isn't going to allow him to lose. He's going to show a 10,000x on the chart. He will do so he can shove it in the face of all the haters of Hex for the last 2 years, and then it'll be okay. Now I'll let the market decide from here.
Nah, he wants the whole crypto space to go up. He's like shown.
Well, he does always say a rising tide space. So maybe you're right.
He wants us to go.
I hope he goes against his natural instinct. Fuck him.
He wants us to go up faster, though.
Now to be able to.
We got 304 watching right now, guys. Wow. This is awesome.
Yeah, all-time highs, dude.
Wait, and there are some OGs in the chat, man. There are some OGs in the chat like Vince and Bran.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to them, man.
COG right there. Markable thoughts.
Kooky Culture, I haven't seen you in forever, brother. It's good to see you back in here. Blaze.
Blaze came for the beer.
Thank you for the 3369 today. Just the beginning. Imagine how high we go from here. Thank you, Valiant Brand, brother. You're always a true Mexican and a true supporter.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
We got Maddie in the chat too. Axis in the chat as well.
Yeah, we got all kinds of people in here. Ozymandias 369 used to actually have a channel. I haven't seen him in forever. So
Markable, come back to us on stream, please. What the hell?
I'm here on stream, dude. I'm doing both.
You're like, I'm in the chat, but I'm on video.
Leave me alone.
Guys,
no,
based on everything you've said so far, the big picture
I'm just here
is
for the beard anyways.
Win-win.
Win-win-win.
It is.
It doesn't really matter. That's why I'm just going to second chill because
Yes. Second chill. No wrong answers. It's a win-win.
So Wales, yours is probably a bit more of an aggressive approach in terms of DCA over the whole period. I was sort of thinking I would do more in the first 3 days and leave some firepower in case price does pump up. But you're obviously taking a lot more aggressive approach and DCing out over the whole period. There was one comment from Richard where someone said, so DCAing is going to be the best move, and he just wrote lol.
Right.
So I don't know, what he's got in the background there, or what. Maybe we're not understanding the mechanics a bit.
He also said at some point he tweeted something that the simple is best or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably the less like the
go
simple.
big, go early. I think is what he really just wants everyone to do.
Yep.
So let's talk about it, right?
But go on, Wills. What do you think?
Yeah. So it's about the dollar value, right? So let's think about it. If you're sacrificing a coin that's going up in dollar terms, right? Because that's what you're sacrificing, dollars, right? You want to try to maximize that dollar value, because unless price is moving faster, unless price for PLS, the price for Pulse, is moving faster than the price of Hex, right? You're not going to lose. You're better off waiting, right? Because it's a weighted, it's a race. You're basically looking at a spread between Hex and Pulse at this point. And you want whichever one you're going to freaking sacrifice for first to be going up, whether it's Hex or Pulse. So if you want to go in day 1, day 3, you want Pulse to start going up faster than Hex.
Yes.
Right? But I think the majority of us realize that might not happen. So then the question then becomes, well, what do we opt for? Do we opt for the potential volume bonus, or do we opt for the security in the X's that the price of Hex is going to give us? That's the question, I think. That's kind of the way I view it. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. And I think that the best answer that I have right now is the one I gave earlier, which is like 25% day 3, and then seeing what happens thereafter, because it's 5% a ratchet. It's 5% up every day after day 3. So is Hex good? Because Hex does 10-15% no problem in a day.
Yeah.
Not a bad tactic might be to, put in a bit during the first 3 days, and then just see what happens with the price. And worst comes to worst, if the price doesn't pump over 2x over that time period, you're still holding liquid Hex, and at the fork you can get it doubled anyway.
But check this out. We're up 29%. We're up 29%.
30% move today.
Yeah.
30% move today. So,
and this is what I'm talking about.
We've seen it from 1 to 10, right? Cent a day.
Yeah, and this
right.
is
Do what Franklin says: sacrifice your fingers on the like button, or you're not a true Hex king.
I like that. Nice.
I like that. That's funny. Sacrifice your finger on that.
Hey, Remarkable's got this right. You guys might be overthinking this. Sack and chill. That's it. Sack and chill.
Man. I don't know.
I mean, there is value in thinking about this, and what I would actually do to just I've said this multiple times. I'm just here for the least amount of stress. So I'll just get in, probably third day or whatever. But I will leave some on the table for those shenanigans of putting the price insanely high. But I won't sacrifice all my Hex anyways. I have a bag that I'm going to sacrifice whatever, like no matter what happens. So I'll just sacrifice that. And then I have kind of like a buffer in my mind of I could also sacrifice this amount if price ratchets up like crazy. And in that way, I'm already in and I'm happy no matter what. And I don't have any stress, so I can sit back and just chill.
So one question I'd like to ask everyone. So the plan you had for the AA lobby, did you stick to that?
No.
No.
No way.
Best late plans.
Dude, I wish I was in the AA, man.
Hey, I just want you guys to know, everyone who's part of the Discourse Syndicate network, we're not going to have room for everyone. But we are going to be streaming as soon as we know when the sacrifice phase starts, and we will probably continue one long stream as long as it takes, and
17 days straight.
Until someone peters out. And so if we can't make it the full 17 days, we'll just start it up after we've had a nice little nap, and we'll break maybe somewhere in between there. If not, we'll just go the full 17 days. I don't care. So you will find it here, guys. All 307 of you watching right now, you will see it here on the Discourse Syndicate network, and we will have everyone that is part of the DSN give them the opportunity to rotate in and out of here and give their thoughts on the sacrifice phase along the way.
Wow.
Just want to announce that now.
Epic.
Better than the Olympics.
Yeah, this is, forget a 24-hour stream.
17 days.
We got a 17-day stream coming.
We're going to burn the internet. We're going to burn the internet down.
Burn the internet.
I'm
Hey,
more
can I ask,
on that than I am on that sacrifice phase itself.
Can I ask, where's Henry Hex? I haven't seen Henry Hex.
Henry Hex is on Henry Island today.
He's on Henry Island.
He's moving, right?
Island. I don't know if everyone's aware of this, but he is very much a large holder of Hex and has bought himself a private island. So he is working right now on setting up that private island for those of you that he likes. So you better be on your best behavior and really be nice to that guy.
Get out.
He's got some house noise he's got to take care of today.
Today,
and
he's got some people working on the flat. So
yeah.
Kinetics, you made it sound so legit, man.
Well, but the comment is legit.
He's in the middle of construction on his runway on his new private island. So until that's done,
airstrip.
He's building an airport for Hex.
Visitors welcome, but only if you have your own jet.
For sure.
And 5.55 stakes.
Yeah, you if you don't have your own personal jet flying you in, you're not invited. I'm just gonna throw that out there right now. So,
well, do you know what I heard? Do you know what I heard? I heard that every Englishman took a day off work because of the loss that they suffered to the Italians on Monday morning. That's what I heard.
No, you had to bring it up.
Recovery, they need it.
He had to bring it up. Just think about Hornet UK, man. He will cry on stream. I think we dropped it. I think we dropped a viewer now. All because of you, man. Why did you have to bring that up? Just one.
I had to. Italy doesn't get that many wins. We didn't even make the Olympics the World Cup last time.
Don't make it worse.
Firing shots at both sides, man.
Yeah, I'm not. I know because of the people we have watching right now, this isn't going to be popular with a lot of you guys, but soccer's a fucking pussy's game. I just want to throw that out there right now.
Hornet UK says it as well. Skinny boy game.
Yeah. A bunch of freaking actresses and divas falling on the ground. Oh, he kicked my shins. They don't even make contact. Fakest.
Wait,
I want to participate in the
field sports because you know how he says computer games are a waste of time. We should be battling nature and that sort of thing. What about field sports? Some of that could be a bit of a waste of time as well.
He did weigh in on that too. Yeah,
it's exercise.
There's only one thing that I really care about, and that's the Stake Olympics. And I'm gonna win that.
Oh, hell!
You and I are
then give me some competition up in there.
I think Wills is winning the Stake Olympics. I think he has the longest the stake amount.
I will give rugby this. That is a man's game.
Yeah, I like rugby.
Rugby is a man's game.
Yep, that's my kind of game for sure. I've never been able to play it, but I know I'd fucking love it because I'm rough just like that.
I played football growing up, and
same
I think
here.
I would have rather played rugby.
Yep.
So.
It just seems funny.
Franklin, are we still boys or what? I don't think. I think
I
me and Franklin been boys since like day one of the AA, and I might have just burnt that bridge. We may no longer be.
That's funny, man.
So 313 viewers, guys. It's all-time high for us here on.
Wow.
That's good.
By quite a bit. That's a 50% pump, isn't it? All-time high. We were saying that at 240, 237, something like that.
213 would have been that new all-time high. 212 was our previous. Yep.
Come on, viewers, we can get to 10 cents.
So 318 is a 50% up.
Amazing. Oh, hold on, guys. Back to the post because I forgot. I wanted to say something. We also have to remember that there's going to be a time-weighted average price. Right?
Wait, what?
So we have to take into account that value as well.
So can you just repeat that, mate? It went weird.
All right, sorry. For pulse, right? We have to also remember that there's going to be a time-weighted average price. So we also have to take that into account when we're thinking about when to sacrifice.
I thought that was what we were talking about.
That's what we're talking about, Wills.
Right. But again,
we're sleeping again, Wills.
No.
He's taking too many bong hits.
You waking up?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let the man gather his thoughts.
Maybe he needs another one.
The time-weighted average price is going to be independent of the ratchetings that we're going to experience after the first 3 days.
Yeah.
So the price is still going to move, right? So we don't know what's going to actually happen there. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm mentioning it specifically, because we didn't address that specifically. We don't know, because what happens if whales do ape in on day one?
Yeah.
Right?
Kinetic, scroll down.
I'll make a bet with anyone that they won't.
I mean, I'm just saying. I
don't
know.
think it would
I bet
make
on
more
the
sense.
day
to do
3
it at
they
the
will.
end.
There's going to be whale shenanigans, and there's going to be all these people FOMOing in as well as they find out about
Look how
it.
red the market is, dude.
Right.
Look at this red
30%.
market. The stable coins are the only thing in the blue and the green other than Hex.
Stable
Up
coins
30%.
Can't relate, bro. Can't relate. Cannot relate.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Percent
cannot
market
relate
cap gainers. Hex, number one market cap gainer for the day at almost 30%.
Ooh.
Wait, I like looking at the 7-day as well. Hex just shines.
Oof.
And it's dropping below 2.
So it's now official. A T-share is more expensive than ETH.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Fucking
Bravo.
baby. That's a fucking achievement.
Nice.
Right there.
We did it.
Hell yeah.
Cheers,
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Again.
Wow.
Look at that red.
That's
the
beautiful.
floor is lava.
Oh my god, I can't wait for Quan Gang. Tonight's gonna be
What?
fucking
What?
crazy.
That's
Tonight's
insane.
gonna be fucking crazy.
You have to go all the way down to number
Yeah.
36 for a non-stable coin to be green. It's less
There's
than 1%.
only one. crypto.
Oh, that is awesome. There's only one crypto. The rest are all
The best
promise coins.
advertising.
Let's not forget that. Only
How's
one
that?
crypto.
How's your
Right.
promise coin performing today, boys,
Right.
out there in the market?
Right.
Oh, Beardcoin is going great, man.
It's like Hex is playing rugby and all the other coins are playing soccer. It's crazy.
Right.
Oh,
That's
nice.
right. Great way of putting
Sucker
it.
players.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Great way of putting it.
No, it's like they're playing soccer and Hex is on the field playing rugby rules, full contact. That's
That's right. That's right. Close enough.
Well, I went long for a reason, because it's an exciting day and we had a lot to cover. There's a lot of specifics that may or may not become true, that may not be written into the final rules, but that is the draft as I last saw it. And it was definitely worth at least discussing, because at least it was some new information. So I'm going to go ahead and let I didn't, but my son did. I was a sprinter, but my son does run cross country, and he is a freaking beast. He can outrun all those soccer fools. So anyway, going back to it, I think it is that time. What do you think, Markable?
Outro.